Welcome back, guys. We've got one game left.
Moscow5.
That's
who
good.
I think I'm going to win.
We did that at the same time, like they were fighting off. That was good. Took a couple of caffeine pills, got pumped up after that last snoozer, and we've got Cloud9 Moscow5 ready to rock and roll. This is the final game of the Summit 2 by G2A.com European Group Stage. So we've already got the top 4 teams set. This one doesn't really matter that much. It would be interesting if Cloud9 wins this one, or loses this one rather, then we'd have 4 teams that are tied 7-4, but still doesn't matter because the head-to-heads work out that Na'Vi lost to every other team that is stuck in the potential tiebreaker, so they are the automatic 5th-place team regardless of if Cloud9 wins or loses here. And Secret is the guaranteed 1st-place team who gets to pick their opponent, so really doesn't matter at all. But Cloud9, Envy, he tweeted out, he said they're going to try their hardest, but they're not going to draft their hardest because why waste a perfectly good draft for games that don't matter? Do you concur?
I don't know. It's up to him.
It is up to him.
People are of the philosophy that you don't want to reveal your strats, but I mean, Cloud9 can just pick anything, and people are like, "What is that a one-time thing?" Like Slardar could be a one-time thing. Necrophos, who knows? They pick all these weird things that like you're not going to be able to get a read on them from one game versus Moscow5. Are people really going to be looking up Cloud9 strats from a Moscow5 game? Maybe. I mean,
I don't know.
It's a very low possibility, so I understand that he takes every measure that he wants to increases his team's chance of winning.
Yeah.
So
I think they're also just salty about playing games that don't matter.
Well, it's like Scrim. Scrims don't matter.
Yeah.
Why not just look at it like a Scrim?
Why not? Indeed, I don't know. That would be my attitude. I'd say, hey Jackie, we need to shapen up. We got to treat this like a Scrim. Let's pound these Moscow5 blokes into the ground with Spirit Breaker.
Spirit Breaker is in a strange place right now, or he has won some games that probably would have done okay with any other hero, but Spirit Breaker seems to do something slightly better, like chasing down Blink heroes. I think is in particular one thing that he's really good at that a lot of heroes can't do. Also providing vision for some difficult to hit ultimates like AA. So he has some niches, but he still has a lot of bad stuff going for him. He's not a good jungler. He's melee. He can't zone. He has really crappy AoE. He needs to get up close and personal. He dies a lot. He has a lot of limitations.
He does. He certainly does. He doesn't scale that well. That's the big
Dude, Bash Lord, man. Mask of Madness, Spirit Breaker. Have you seen that? It's ownage.
I have. He also takes a lot of damage, too.
Not if they're Bash Locked, dude.
Not if they're Bash Locked.
He can just be, like, if he had Ag Scepter, he can just be like a regular Faceless Void, just AoE Spirit Break ult people.
Yeah.
Dude, Nether Bash.
It's good. It's good. Nether Bash. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, Nether Strike and Greater Bash.
Well, Moscow5. Important to note, we saw them earlier where they had Dread and ZXC as stand-ins. They've got King R back. And King R, he's the Lina player. What I was talking earlier is that guy that loves the lasers. It's not Tritada. It's King R.
So he's pretty much more yellow than PGG is what you're saying.
Yes, on Lina, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I don't think we get to see it here, unfortunately, but should be good. So Spirit Breaker and Beastmaster, the 3rd and 4th picks for Cloud9. This is a funky draft they've got going on.
Team Vision, dude.
Yeah. Wow. It really is. You've got mobile wards of the Treants, the Plague wards, the Bird.
You know, I'm waiting for a team to draft Keeper of the Light and Night Stalker and both get Ags, and you just have unobstructed vision 24/7.
I've seen a lot of people talk about that on paper. I don't know how practical it actually is in a competitive game. Just maximum true vision. It would be fun, though.
Or you could just get Beastmaster Hawk.
Yeah, that works, too. That's a cheaper alternative.
And it's only one hero.
I want to see Cloud9 play Tinker.
Tinker's still not that... he's not that bad.
He's not as bad as people think he is.
Yeah.
He's just countered a lot harder by BKB now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
What are you woeing about?
Moscow5 Necrophos?
What, PGG can't play Necrophos? Come
No.
on. Come on, dude.
Dude,
Necrophos Wisp. You heal, then the Wisp gets healed, then he tethers you back, you heal, you're double healing.
Do you think of
5
Moscow5 as
seconds
a finesse team or as a YOLO team?
I'm going to go with
Reserve
crazy.
time.
Crazy. Necrophos does not do well with crazy. Okay.
Okay.
Radiant
Well,
team
you might
down.
be right. So, it'll probably be
I view Necrophos as like a high-risk, medium-reward hero,
okay.
whereas I feel like Moscow5 needs high or like
10
medium-risk, high-reward, or
seconds
high-risk,
remaining.
high-reward heroes.
Okay. Well,
5
I'm actually
seconds
curious. I
remaining.
don't think I've ever seen Moscow5 play Necrophos, so this will be a treat regardless.
Yeah.
Reserve time.
Like Ogre. Ogre's low-risk, high-reward. That's perfect for Moscow5.
They do like their ogre. That's true.
Cloud9
for good
turn
reason.
to pick.
Huskar for Cloud9. Just slow clap it
Radiant
up.
Team pick.
Look at this draft. Team Tank.
Tight.
It's all right. I
Moscow
can't remember.
need
Do you
fun.
like Huskar or do you dislike Huskar?
I think he's situational. I think he's
Yeah.
pretty good here.
He was not your peg for worst hero.
No,
in
Spirit Breaker
competitive.
was
Spirit Breaker
Definitely
was.
number one before 6.82.
Yeah.
Now, actually, I don't know. I don't know who the worst hero is.
There isn't really an obvious standout
Yeah, there's no. That's a
10
that's a good thing.
seconds
though.
remaining.
dumpster. There's
Huskar
gotta
is
be
very
someone.
good versus Necrophos, though. The Reaper Scythe
5
is just like
seconds remaining.
there. Apparently, there are some like critical HP points with Huskar because his magic resistance
Reserve
is
time.
base. It's not a smooth scaling thing. It scales like every 7% as opposed to
Mhm.
like a straight linear increase. It's more like steps. So there are critical HP thresholds where I think he dies, but I'm not exactly sure because I never see Huskar. So
yeah, we see him
I
so
don't, I don't
seldom.
actually know how good he
And
is versus
it's
Necrophos.
usually in situations like this where it's just a little teeny bit clowny. So, okay, Slark, the 5th
Oh,
pick
Slark is-
for Moscow5.
It's really good versus Huskar because he can't attack.
Okay,
pretty
EE, Lost in the Abyss, gonna grab the Huskar.
Oh man. Huskar is one of the hardest lane dominators too. He owns a lot of heroes in a one-on-one matchup in the safe lane too. He has a lot of things going for him. He also has to lose HP to do a lot of damage, which you don't really want to do.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm just reliving the moment of our analysis of PGG Necrophos. That's making me chuckle.
Okay, it's not PGG, thank God.
It'll be a PGG Ogre, much more PGG
10
style,
seconds
as you
Yes.
mentioned.
So low risk, high reward. That's what they need, man.
But M5 playing the
5
Wisp.
seconds
That's another
remaining.
hero that just doesn't strike me as M5 friendly.
It is YOLO, dude. You can just relocate behind T1, just whatever, and then if you
Yeah.
survive for 12 seconds, then you get out of jail free card.
It's
Right?
that's a very
Prepare
positive
for
way to look at going YOLO with a Wisp. But I guess that's true. Everything you said is a true statement. So, well, let's see what Cloud9 have up their sleeves. Good old Bone 7 will be off lane on the Prophet. Pylai Die will take the Space Cow. Whoa, look at this set. He's got the Horns of the Iron Will. I like this. The Flail of the Iron Will. This is
That's a pretty cool set.
full Iron Will set. Yeah, looks pretty badass. Fada, he'll take the Beastmaster mid. That puts EE. He'll try to find his way through the Abyss on the Huskar.
He's still lost.
He's
that
still
name
lost.
is just. His names are probably one of the worst names I've seen. in
I mean,
Dota.
you have to understand anime, dude, to understand it. I think they're all anime references. You just not.
Can't they just be like names that everyone likes?
like what?
I don't know.
Ice cream.
Like
Seconds
Admiral
to
Bulldog.
battle.
Everyone knows what a bulldog
Everybody
is.
likes that name.
Everyone likes seas and nautical stuff and bulldogs. What's wrong with that name?
There's nothing wrong with Admiral Bulldog. I just didn't realize that was the gold standard for Dota 2.
Well, you
handles.
want a name that everyone would like, not some name that changes every week based on what anime you like.
Well, all right, Jesus. When are we going to see Merlini Matt? Have you been streaming with your new Cyborg
No,
Matt
I haven't.
sponsorship?
He
All
gave
right.
me a panini.
The battle
he
begins.
bought Merlini at Panini, so
See, look at this. This is what I'm talking about with
Yeah.
Cloud9 or with Moscow5.
Oh.
They're just like whatever, YOLO.
well, it was a nice gale, slows him up. PGG turns on his battery assault, doing what he can.
They saw Spirit
And-
Breaker and he didn't even blink an eye.
Yeah.
He's just like whatever.
Go for it.
I'm not even scared.
That's true. I wish we could hear the in-game for M5. I feel like they would be a fun team to hear PGG making the calls to either go in or retreat. I like that. Well, for the side of Moscow5, they're going to do PGG in the off lane here on the Clockwork, as we've seen. King R is taking point on the Wisp. That'll put ZXC in the mid lane on the Slark. Blow Your Brain. Safe lane farming away on the Necrophos, taking a page out of the Envy book with the first ringer protection. Maybe we'll see a second one. And Tritada coming in on the big bad Ogre, throwing out an Ignite and actually doing some decent damage to Bone7 here, who did not go boots first. He's starting with the null tally build.
Yep. Blow Your Brain playing the Necrophos. It's pretty good.
What ails you?
Is he supposed to be like a... What exactly is Necrophos?
He's a ghoul, dude. He's just an
He's a
undead.
ghoul? What?
No, he's an undead dude.
Like a revenant?
No, he's not a reverend. He's a... Actually, what was his model based? He was one of the necromancers.
He was a necrolite.
No, wasn't he like just
Yeah,
like
he was a necromancer.
It was a necromancer, but he was all white and just kind of like ethereal looking.
Yep.
So yeah, he's a
Oh,
necromancer.
Tritada looking for Bone7. Uh-oh, he's gonna get scouted out.
They're gonna find him. Uh-oh, Ogre, he's chucking the ignites. Bone7, he'll try to TP home. Tritada's got no interrupt. And
Oh, he was one creep away from getting level 2.
that was close.
Yeah, close indeed.
Blow Your Brain just needed to kill one more creep.
Escapes by the
Dire's bottom
hair
tower
of his
is
chinny
under
chin
attack.
chin.
Yep, he sure does. Lots of hair on that chin. Well, 2-minute rune. What's it going to be? Pylai die. Not level 2 quite yet. Has not been too active charging around. Did go for the early Oov. Bounty rune picked up by the Beastmaster. And Tritada on the Ogre. He grabs a haste. So rather curious when this Spirit Breaker will get a little more aggressive.
Man, this Clockwork has no experience. Well, he has 20, but he's just getting zoned out real hard by Aoi.
Mm-hmm. PGG halfway through level 1. There's only so much he can do, man. Venomancer's just giving it to him.
Yeah, he's Venomancer, one of the best zoners in the game.
Yeah, EE finding a lot of farm there. Tritada gets scattered out by Fada in the mid lane. Hits him with the torch. Gives him a little love tap there. Hawk will scout it out.
On Fada action.
Yeah, Tritada on Fada. And there's your stun to get things started. The pounce from Slark will connect. King R tethers him up. The ball's going in hard. There's your first blood. Bone7. He'll TP in. There's a charge on the way. And maybe they can find a recovery kill here, but
Use the
Spirit Breaker's
bottle.
only level 1.
Dire's
King R
structures
will start to
are
sip it up.
fortified.
Tritada drops the stun on
Dire's
Pylai
middle
die.
tower
There's
is
the
under
pounce from
attack.
ZXC. It's M5 coming in hot. And that'll make it a quick 2-0, and it might be 3 if Bone7's not careful. There's a pounce up in about 5 seconds. Sprout really breaks things up. King R,
Dire's
he
bottom
goes down.
tower
That'll
is
make it a
under
2-for-1. But a close call as Bone7 barely survives.
That was a nice sprout. Push out the Slark.
Yeah.
I've been seeing some sick sprouts lately. I don't know what's up with these new age Nature's Prophet players.
Practice makes perfect, Merlini. All those hours watching the Bulldog. Look at EE here. Look at this guy.
Double ring
He's
protection.
rocking the double, dude. 2 hands, 2 rings.
What's up with that?
All right, Fada mid lane. They're going to do it again. Rinse and repeat, baby. Ogre in the front lines, and the Beastmaster falls once more. That'll make it 3-1 here, just shy of the 4-minute mark. Talk about your good old-fashioned rune control.
Your good old-fashioned
Dire's middle
M5
tower is under
YOLO
attack.
plays.
Yeah, dude, that's the Ogre. McGee's just running in there.
I know. With the Wisp backing him up, it's what can you do? They smoke, wrap around, want to kill
Turn tail and
Dire's
run.
middle
again.
tower is
Fada's
under
TP
attack.
scroll hasn't even cooled down yet.
Dude, this is like... I think Gods put it perfectly the other day when he was casting with LD, is that M5 just go for ganks that don't make any
Dire's
sense. Like,
middle
there isn't
tower
logic to
is
this.
under
It's
attack.
probably not even that efficient just to gank the same guy over and over, but their goal is just to get this guy tilted. Smoke breaks. Tritada, he's going in. They'll dive it. There's your Fire Blast to get it started. Ignite. The charge. What are they doing? Oh my gosh. King R stuck inside of the Sprout. He'll get left behind, and this time C9 are privy to it. Pylai die coming over. This is a 4-hero rotation, mind you. Tritada may get bashed to the low ground, throws the stun out on Fada. And yeah, they get a 2-for-0 the other way. So, well,
Goes about as expected.
okay. Yeah. Slark didn't even dive it. He's just
Well,
sitting there
he-
typing like, guys, what are you doing?
Well, he tried to. He had to take the tower.
He
though.
thought about it. Uh-oh, Fada. He'll Both of them TP back to the mid lane. What is this? It doesn't make any sense.
I know, that's why Cloud9 don't see it coming.
Meanwhile, Blow Your Brains just free farming in the safe lane. Same as Eternal Envy. What's more valuable with free farm, Huskar or Necrophos?
Oh, PGG's gonna die here.
Yeah, Bone 7's coming up. Nothing the Please Go game can do.
That's a tough one. I'd probably say in this lineup, if he has good armlet toggling skills, then a Huskar. If he has poor armlet toggling skills, then definitely Necrolite.
Okay, it all comes down to the armlet. Not an item we see Eternal Envy with all too often.
It's hard.
So.
It's hard to armlet toggle, and this is why.
Oh, Reaper's Scythe!
It's why a hero like Slark's a good pick versus Huskar, because he has like consistent damage with Dark Pact.
Little piggy, it denied the rune there. Did you see that?
Piggy.
Yeah, a little boar.
Piggy. And as well as Heartstopper Aura. Heartstopper Aura, GG armlet toggle.
Yeah. I didn't really think about that. That's pretty scary. Owie. King R, this Wisp. He's going to slow him down with the tether. PGG trying to get in position. Can't find it. Now King R gets chipped away at, and he'll make it back to the high ground. But a little back and forth here.
Wisp doesn't even care about boots, dude.
Dude, M5 are tearing up this early game. 1,200 gold.
That is their
experience.
strength, though. That is their strength.
Destroy the early game, then fall apart in the mid game.
Yeah, because
it's the M5 strategy.
They just overextend at some point. Get over aggressive instead of taking a chill pill and farming. But it's fun to watch.
It certainly is. Blow Your Brain finds himself level 7. Basilius Power Treads. What item build are you looking for, Mr. Necro? Well, maybe a mech, maybe an Ag's Rush, Bloodstone. So many options. Atos first.
It's a tough build for him. The more HP he gets, the more Huskar takes off.
Yeah, it's going to be a mech. I like the mech against Huskar. Heal up, get you some armor going.
It's a safe build.
Yeah.
Pipe.
Yep, you're going for the pipe. Yeah, this one's not quite as good of a pipe game.
Pipe's good, dude. Pipe's great for Huskar.
Yeah, it's good against Veno also, but
they don't really have that much physical damage either.
Yeah, Veno ain't farming shit. I guess Huskar does put out a lot of magical damage, actually.
Yeah, dude. Do you know how much damage each of his spears do?
A boatload.
Yeah, 160 per spear.
All right, I take it back.
And his ult's
onward to the pipe. It's the expert recommendation. No one's gonna get it though. Maybe you should write a blog about it, Merlini.
I'm not.
Why the competitive scene hates pipe? Why not? Come on, blog about it, man. Everybody likes to read about your
It's not my
insight.
job to help these players win. That's their job.
All right, blog boys.
Blog boys.
Maybe I'll do it.
Get pipe, boys.
Can you quote from Merlini? Get pipe. It's just that good.
Really
8-minute rune. Will it get denied? Nope. Fada's going to scoop it up. That's a regeneration. Okay. Things are really quieting down here, Merlini. Let's take a look at the net worths. Necrophos, #1 on the charts. Close to his mech. Wow, he's going to have like a 9-minute mech here. This is a really good timing for Blow Your Brain. He's in good shape.
Yeah, but they don't usually 5-man, so the mech isn't as effective as it would be on most teams, but it's still pretty good for smaller skirmishes. And like Wisp ganks. Like if they go on Necrolite, he survives with Death Pulse and mech, and then they go in and turn around, drop a GG Reaper.
There is no usually for Moscow5, man. Oh, there you go. The armlet.
They usually lose.
That's harsh. For PGG.
They have good stuff sometimes. If they have good like ideas.
What
sometimes.
a generous compliment. They have good stuff sometimes.
They have good ideas. They have good early roaming, but like their mid-game decision making is pretty poor.
Ogre, he's gonna get charged. Envy, he's lost in the abyss. He hops forward. Tritada, he gets dropped. Relocate coming in. King R and ZXC, they want vengeance. They may find it on Eternal Envy. There's your armlet toggle. Bone 7, he'll teleport in. Blow Your Brain. He's there.
That answers that question.
Eternal Envy goes down. Pylai die. He gets scythed. Now it's Blow Your Brain versus Bone 7. He's running low on mana, feeling the effects of the sadist. And that's where it will end as a victory for Moscow5. Now Owie takes an ignite up top. PGG, he's not level 6. No hook shot, but there's the stun. Power cogs. Oh, PGG. He might still be able to find this kill, though. He's got rocket flare up.
Oh my goodness.
There you go. PGG secures the kill, Merlini. Do not fret. But Pylai die once the counter kill comes in. Bash boys, he's got another strike up in 30 seconds. Not going to be enough to make this happen. BGG throws out the cocks and lives.
Dire's bottom tower
All right.
is under attack.
8-5, boys. Moscow5 tearing it up. Blow Your Brain in trouble. It's a long-range leap from EE. He'll drop the Abyss all over Blow Your Brain, and no way he'll survive this one. It's a 3-on-1. And, yeah. Envy.
He doesn't have 0 intervent. Man, that is ballsy. Without life steal too.
That is really brave. Oh, fought a mid. Could be in some trouble. The Wisp Ball's doing a lot of damage. Slark pops the ultimate, finds the kill. Charge in onto ZXC, but to what avail? It's just Spirit Breaker. He does have his ultimate up now, though. He uses it on the Wisp. Now Envy scoots forward. They find the kill on the Wisp. ZXC, oh, daddy. Takes a little more damage than he was ready for. Envy turned into the Hamburglar, but oh, that armlet toggle. Merlini, he's living life on the edge, man.
I love watching armlet toggles.
Yeah? It's giving me the willies, dude.
It's pretty fun to watch. I'm just waiting for the Heartstopper kill.
The Heartstopper kill.
Oh, did he just try to rocket him?
He rocketed down bottom onto Owie.
I heard the
Yeah, no, just harassing down bottom. So let's take a look at the graph here. 2,000 gold, 1,200 experience, still in favor of Moscow5.
Man, bottom jungle's being invaded by summons.
Yeah.
The Hawk, there was a board, there's Treants. Blow Your Brain is
here.
Radiant's
They're just going to cut this
bottom
creep
tower is
wave.
under
Look at
attack.
this. Look at Stole Stumpy here. They're
Radiant
just going to go right into this
structures are
tower. Radiant
fortified.
Glyph comes out, and M5. Well, what are they going to do? Probably just let it fall. Necropho's kind of coming in, hoping for a deny, but
Radiant's
this
Uh-oh.
could be a little bit
PGG
brave.
wrapped around from behind, they're getting pincered.
Oh no, it's the old Moscow sandwich. Now Fada comes in, ultimate on Blow Your Brain. The relocate on top of Fada. They get the kill there. Blow Your Brain finishes off Bone 7. They will lock down Eternal Envy. Nice armlet toggle there, but the Venomancer won't be able to make it away. It's a 1 for 4. Blow Your Brain. Wow. Just wow. That was a pretty low YOLO relocate in that time.
That was a great cog by Clockwork.
Yeah, he pointed it out. It worked out well.
Yeah, he pushed out the Huskar, and then they couldn't burst out Necrolite, and then Necrolite just turned around on all of them. Reaper for a kill, Sadist regen going on, and they
Dire's
can't kill
bottom
him.
tower is under attack. Dire's structures
Well, they'll be able to get a
fortified.
tier 1 tower in return here. About a 2,000 net worth swing in favor of the Radiant.
See? They're good at some
Slark,
things.
He's hopping in, going YOLO, multicast onto the Veno, and that'll be another easy kill onto Owie. A lot of burst damage on that Venomancer. And they might go for 2 here. Why stop? Look at this.
Oh.
Slark. He's going ham. He's going hard. Fada. More like
Dire's
Fala.
bottom tower is under attack.
That was one.
I'm giving you the player of death.
So they're going to get 2 towers out of this, though.
Yeah.
This is Moscow5's time to shine. 5,000 gold, 7,500 experience. PGG looking for a victory. No mercy.
They're owning.
There you go.
Dire's
So what does
bottom
Necrophos
tower
pick up here?
has
He's got
fallen.
3,100 gold to spare.
Nathos. Exact amount of gold.
Oh, picks up the point booster. Looks like it'll be an Ags.
EE trying to solo Roach without any regen. He gets bashed a couple of times.
Without inner vitality. What is the plan here,
No
dude?
regen, no life steal. It's a tough one. If they had
Is this
wards.
even possible?
Yeah. If you're quick on the toggle, if you don't get bashed.
Oh my god. I just want to watch this. I feel like this has a chance to end disastrously.
Yes, it does. It certainly does.
Okay. Envy, you can do it. They scout it out. Oh no.
Dire's middle
Bone
tower
7's in
is
the
under
pit
attack.
now. They see it coming. Envy finds an invisibility rune. That's a step in the right direction. Owie may get boxed in the tree line. PGG. They see him. Close range hook shot. Blow Your Brain coming in. Drops the healing bomb. Has the scythe. They'll drop it onto Owie. They find the kill there. Meanwhile, around the backside, EE picks off the Ogre. And they get another kill on the Spirit Breaker that was charging on in. So Rocket Flare will fly over the Roche pit. They get some vision, and they see it's no longer being
Dire's
contested.
structures
M5
are
get a 1 for
fortified.
2, and we'll get a tier 1 tower out of it here in the mid lane. So
I wonder why he's going
Dire's
for a
middle
sight,
tower
or
has
sorry, a
fallen.
scepter over other items. It's not like they're going to be buying back that often.
he just wants to make sure EE stays in the grave.
Yeah, but Scepter cooldown is 70 seconds, so it's more effective the earlier you get it. Not that it's not early, but he's already level 11, so he's only reducing it by 15 seconds, so it's not that value of an item. I think like a Scythe of Ice or a Yule Scepter would be pretty good for him. Or a pipe, let's say.
Or a pipe. You had to go there with the pipe.
Hey, it is a excellent item. Excellent.
Excellent. Oh, boy. It's transcended the gap. It is now officially excellent tier. Nature's Prophet picks up a Blade Mail. Bone 7. Null Tally Blade Mail on the power treads, going for that tanky kind of fighter Nature's Prophet style.
It's why they're losing. He doesn't have 3 Null Talismans. He only has 2. That's why.
Of course.
Radiant's middle
And
tower
Fada,
is under
he
attack.
actually has just enough gold for his Blink Dagger. Picks it up here. 16 minutes. A little bit of a lackluster timing, but could be worse.
Oh, is he going to say CEE? ZXC? CZE? And nothing
Not
happens.
going to go for it. Yeah, EE with the Ogre Club there. And now a Yasha on ZXC. There's your completed Scythe.
I'll take that.
How's the other item progression going? Looks like PGG on the clockwork, looking for a Blade Mail of his own. We'll have it before too long. Pylai Die up top, hiding in the tree line. Thinking about Tritada. He's got a Force Staff. Aoi 2000 comes in, connects with the Gale. Hook shot on to Pi. PGG throws out the cogs. Battery Assault. They should have the damage. Space Cow. There you go. Charge out of that, they say. And they get a freebie. Uh-oh. Eternal Envy. He's at it again.
This Wisp
Dire's
Lark duo
middle
is
tower
owning.
is under
Yeah.
attack.
Dude, they want this Roche, but it gets scouted out again. They see it. Now initiation onto Eternal Envy. They're going to go for putting him in the Abyss. The Reaper's Scythe. He lives through the initial burst of the damage, but Slark is there to chop him down. Meanwhile, on the other side of the river, Bone 7 going blow for blow with Tritada. Gets off the Blade Mail, but he just gets juiced. A lot of split pushing, but that's not doing a hell of a lot.
Easy
Radiant's
man off for
bottom
blow your
tower is
brain.
under attack.
Yeah, Cloud9 are falling apart. Fada, he's in the tree line. No TP scroll. Buys one before he dies, but ends up being a double kill for the Slark. And it's a 3-0 over the course of like the last minute. M5, 10,000 golden experience in climbing.
Radiant's top tower is under
They're
attack.
good at some things.
You know, if there was one lesson learned today, Merlini, is that last day of group stage is
Dire's
the day
middle
to
tower
go
is under
YOLO with
attack.
your bets. There is
Radiant's
potential
top
to win a
tower
lot of
is
rares
under
today,
attack.
boys and girls.
Wow. Well, we see the Necrolite versus Huskar interaction. Reaper Scythe does not do that much,
Radiant
but
structures are
he
fortified.
still has... I don't know.
It still locks him down with the stun, though, so it is still okay against him, but yeah, the damage.
See it again.
They get it. Uh-oh. He's just going to try to TP home, and he tethers. Let's see.
That was not a home.
It's like, oh, he tethers him back. Okay.
Dang,
and
what
there
a
you go.
player.
That was really awkward. I thought the Wisp was taking him much further back than that. I like this. King
That's
R.
like a Cloud9 relocate.
Yeah, King R rocking the place with the
Radiant's top
relocate.
tower has been
Now
denied.
ZXC goes
Jeez.
far in, jumps onto Aoi 2000, finds an easy kill there.
Sniper.
And top lane, BGG gets picked off in the top lane. But that's okay. Creating some space for his team, keeping him around a little bit
Oh,
longer.
Fada. Fada is so dead.
Izzy Tritada can't find the double cast he's looking for, but ZXC comes in. Godlike streak on this Slark, 9-0 and 8.
Middle tower
Blow Your
has
Brain gets the
fallen.
tier 2 tower mid, and wow, this Wisp doing some serious work.
They might as well just go high ground. Or take T1s.
They're
Top.
thinking about it. Dude, look at the net worth chart. Necro and Slark doubling the leading farmers of Cloud9. It's just disgusting. They almost killed that Spirit Breaker before he could TP out. That was pretty close. Well, 1 for 3, baby. That's about 1,000 net worth trade in favor of M5. So if you're Cloud9, what do you do here, Merlini?
Try and sneak a Roche in, but it's too obvious because that's what they always do.
They've already tried it twice. The Clockwork so well suited for it. He's just spamming rockets on this side of the map to see when they move into the pit. But Envy, he might have an opening here.
He saw the rocket. He's gonna go.
He's going for it. This is his opportunity, man. Ooh, another rocket. Let's look at the Radiant Vision. Will they see it? Ooh, not close enough. All right, Envy. The armlet toggling.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Struggle is real.
Radiant's
He does have
middle
inner
tower is
vitality
under
this
He
time.
knows.
attack.
So it's a little easier. Rockets coming through. Envy's handling this well, but it's tricky. It just takes one little misplay, one little wrong stutter, and Roche will be bashing you in the face, and you're
Dire's
dead.
top tower is
Even a
under-
rocket at the wrong
Dire's
time.
top tower has
kill him.
fallen.
I will not miss that. If that happens, it will be caught on camera.
Oh, he's trying Roche again.
Hey, take it easy. There you go. Rocket comes out. Howie 2000 up on the high ground, keeping the Venom wards in the pit.
They really want this pit, but it is their ticket back to victory. On the path to
really
victory.
want it. PGG is on point, though. I mean, I feel like he's using these rockets as a
Dire's
mobile
top
ward, just
tower
left
is
and
under
right.
attack.
ZXC getting charged up top. EE, he's going in on this, but wow, the blink disjoint. Nicely done.
What? Blink used to not disjointed.
Yeah, I didn't think it did either. Was that just one of those odd...
Life break cannot be disjointed. What just happened? If you look at the tooltip and press Alt, it says life break cannot be disjointed.
I wonder, I was checking if it was a relocate or something. We'll hold the thought as PGG hook shots in. Ultimate from Slark. PGG getting laid into by Eternal Envy, as is King R. And, well, a double kill comes out for Eternal Envy. But the Slark still doing a lot of damage. Multicast out onto Fada. And Cloud9 will be forced back. It's a 1 for 2, not quite what M5 had in mind. Yeah, but how did they do that? How did he break that ultimate?
I'm not sure.
There was no relocate.
He just blinked.
He just blinked. He didn't pounce, didn't dark pack, didn't ultimate, didn't do anything. He
I
just
don't know.
blinked.
Maybe the tooltip's misleading then. I'm not exactly sure.
Misleading.
But it shouldn't be disjointable.
It's just straight up wrong. Cannot be disjointed. Well, send an email to Ice Frog, Merlini.
Things you learn.
Bone 7, just casually jungling here. They can make one of those famous Bone 7 sandwiches if he's not careful. No, they won't scout him out. Wow, this lucky snake. Tritada moves into the lane. He's going to walk through the Plague Wards, the Gauntlet of Venom. He'll brave it and comes in right onto Owie. He does get off his ultimate first, but it doesn't really matter. Blow Your Brain's just going to come in, heal up his friends, thank him for the Bloodlust, and yeah, everyone's really not that much worse for wear.
And have a ward slaying party.
Yeah, get a little bit extra money there. Slark, he's now got a Sanjin Yasha to go with his Basher. Also soon to be level 16, so getting a little more speed, getting a little more health regen. Yeah, ZXC, he's feeling pretty damn good this game.
He played fairly well on the Razor, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Biggest
Blow Your
mistake was
Brain.
not getting a pipe.
Probably going for a Shiva's. Has the plate mail up already. I feel like Bone 7 hasn't really been able to do that much this game either. He's level 11, now has the Maelstrom. And usually this build, you can right-click really hard and do some work early on, but...
He gets punished because Cloud9 try to overwhelm Moscow5 with numbers, and then relocate just like instantly.
Oh, Eternal Envy, hook shot from PGG, and... Yep, Envy can't take the heat, so he gets out of the kitchen. Blade Mail, pretty good against Huskar.
Yeah, Cloud9's really good.
Thanks.
I generally think Huskar's much better if you have some way to support him with like an Abaddon or an Omni Knight, so he doesn't have to rely on. Yeah, Dazzle's good too. So you don't have to rely on Innervit and Armlet Toggle because those are pretty unreliable.
Yeah, Owie, he's trying to cut through the trees. Tritada just needs vision. Fire Blast is at the ready. They can't find him. Good use of the Gale, and that'll be enough to keep him alive as the Ogre waddling his way over.
Jiggling.
He's jiggling, dude. The jelly rolls.
Man, Slork is fat.
Dark Pact, he did manually. I'm looking at the chat for that disjoint. He canceled it.
It's not a debuff.
They say that Envy canceled it, like he did like a fake cast.
You can't fake cast.
That's what some people are saying. I don't know, man.
I don't think you can fake. It's not a cast.
It never got cast, is what they're saying. Like he.
It might have never been cast, but it looked like it.
Didn't he leap?
It looked like it.
Now we're gonna have to watch the replay. He canceled it, you shit casters. Come on, Merlini, you gotta
How
step
do
up
you
your game,
cancel
dude.
a life break? You
I don't
can't
know.
cancel a mid-air. It's like canceling a pounce. You can't just stop pouncing in the middle of the air. What are you talking about? It's crazy
All right.
talk.
Well, we'll check out the replay afterwards, Mr. Merlini, and see who's wrong, who's right. Maybe you were bested by Twitch chat. Happens to the best of us, man.
Blaze here.
What are you talking about?
Radiant's top tower is under
Oh,
attack.
God. Well, Roche Everything Eternal Envy has worked for. All of his hopes and dreams. Hook shot out of the pit. Right onto Fada and Owie. Gets off the Poison Nova, but they're stuck in. PGG, he'll live to tell the tale. He finds a double kill. They secure Roche. And Aegis gets picked up by the Slark. PGG gets denied. Frittata.
I was right about to heal him with the Wisp.
Frittata's like, sorry, PGG.
Oh, man.
You will be sacrificed, whether you need to be or not.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Whoa, whoa. Dude, look at this. Ogre, 400 HP just manning up.
Dude, there's a relocate. Bone 7. It's all bait. It's all Ogre now, boys. ZXC gets another kill up on the board. Mech. Death Pulse and ooh. Yeesh. Yeesh. Yeah, that's the right sound effect there. 15,000 golden experience in climbing. Moscow5. They're doing it.
What is Slark getting with his ulti orb?
Dude,
Scotty?
Scotty all the way, bro.
He doesn't really need it. It's not like he's really chasing people. They just die. I think Abyssal might be better for him.
Yeah, especially since Huskar is really close to his BKB. Envy's only about 100 gold away. Yeah, Envy, he's done some damage this game. The Blade Mail's just so good against this hero. It's ridiculous. Even if he can kill PGG, the damage he returns is crazy.
Heartstopper, dude.
Plus Heartstopper, yep.
Heartstopper is especially good versus Armlet. Yikes.
Yikes. Well. Incoming! Incoming. Moscow5, only one outer tower remaining for them to push. It's this pretty tier 2 tower here in the top lane. Owie 2000 setting up the gauntlet of Plague Wards, but something tells me M5 are not going to be too concerned. Wisp tethered up, thinking about a relocation. Frittata's down bottom. He's baiting it out on that Ogre. And they'll move into the tier 2 tower now. Let's see. Yeah, this should just end up being an easy tower push. Thinking that Cloud9 might be able to trade objectives, but they'll just farm the jungle.
Dire's top tower
EE grabs a double damage room, puts it in the bottle.
Dire's top tower
Could be
has
scary.
fallen.
They'll TP home. And C9 preparing for a base siege, but Ogre's not even with him. I'm not sure that M5 are really going to commit much to this.
Radiant's middle
I don't
tower
really
is
care.
under attack.
The Venom Wards are really the thing that's stopping
Dire's
them.
top tower
Stopping
is
everyone
under
but
attack.
ZXC.
Yep. He'll hop on out. He'll be okay. It is indeed a Scotty, though. Has both ultimate orbs, basically a point booster away from it. Smoke from Cloud9 in the mid lane. Beastmaster, level 1 Necronomicon. Watch out.
Ruh-roh.
He's got some skeletal warriors. They may be small, but they're fierce.
Fierce versus whom? The mana burn doesn't do that much, too, because of EO. I think it might have been... I don't know. It doesn't... They just need a lot more items everywhere at this point. Pylite does have a Blade Mail. Double Blade Mail. Maybe like a Venomancer, Scepter plus Veil can save them at this point, because no one gets Pipe.
Double Blade Mail.
I don't...
I mean, I see why they got it on the Prophet. The Spirit Breaker,
Spirit Breaker usually should get like drums, I feel like. Maybe more aura based.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to synergize.
He doesn't need
with
the
what
intel.
He does. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel he doesn't really need the armor too. He has like decent base armor.
Yeah, I just feel like the active doesn't really get a lot of use on him. You don't really... well, hold that thought as here we go. Lost in the Abyss. EE gets bashed out of the gate. ZXC doing a lot of damage, but now Wisp takes the roar. And the leap over from EE. Armlet toggling. Doing pretty well as ZXC trying to chase him down. Wisp will buy back, relocate in. Reaper Scythe will finish off Fada. They get the kill on EE, and now thinking things looking a bit rough for Cloud9. Owie will TP back to the base and does not make it. ZXC's there with the Dark Pact. And it's a 4-for-1 trade. The only one that doesn't go down is Bone 7 because he's trying to rat it up in the top lane. They do lose their Wisp, and
when you have to roar a Wisp, you know things are bad.
Yeah, that's what M5 were looking for.
Easy sustain. So much healing. Mech, Death Pulse, Wisp, Urn, Bottles.
Upwards of 20,000 golden XP lead. Bloodlust coming out. Slark hitting hard and fast on this tower. Point booster on the Ogre. Frittata's looking for an Aghanims, looking for that unrefined. But I don't think he'll find it.
Not before the game's over.
Nope. Tier 3 tower goes down in the mid lane. Barracks are exposed, and Yeah, this will be at least one lane of barracks here. All the outer towers are down. 7-5 could hang around and try and make something happen. Bone7 still just walking around. He's shopping right now. He's hitting the mall. Yeah, looking for the Mjolnir, but not really that close. It's like Bone7's thrown in the towel.
Yeah,
he's going to wait it out for this 100 gold.
He can't split push without a blink because of Wisp.
Yeah. Uh-oh, PGG, he'll get left behind. Gets knocked out of his own cogs. Pylai die, Nether strikes. Gets hit by the cogs now. That was an awkward exchange as PGG almost survives. He hook shots away to the Wisp. Oh, the elusive rattle trap. He lives.
Well, also would have helped if E didn't life break a creep. Inside the cog.
Yeah, that probably would have made a difference too. ZXC gets bloodlusted. Going in, blink forward, pounce onto EE. Big damage. He pops the BKB, but it's not enough. Now Envy's dead, has no buyback, 600 gold short, and he's in the grave for 45. And
this is why I feel like Reaper wasn't necessary, because they're all too porto for buyback anyways.
Yeah. Well, still. Good
It's
item.
a nice FU
yeah,
item.
It's a nice... You could buy back if you wanted to, Envy, but... Yeah, like you said, they won't even need it. Blow your brain. He's just got Bloodlust on, going hard on this Tier 3 tower. And Cloud9, they'll hang in there. They're fighters. They're scrappy. But, well, relocate down bottom. They'll find Bone7, has the Blade Mail on. PGG TP's in. Hook shots onto the Wisp. Won't do much with that, but they still finish off the Nature's Prophet. Another one of those YOLO hook shots coming in. Now they relocate back. Tier 3 tower's gone down.
Uh-oh.
And the base is exposed. Pylai die coming in. Finishes off the Wisp with another strike. EE hops forward. Life breaks. ZXC pops the ultimate. Trying to do some damage, but the Huskar just gets juiced. The Slark poking him in the kidneys with the Shiv. In comes Stratada. There's the GG. And Eternal Envy tumbles deeper into the abyss. Going 0-2 in the final day of the group stage. And well, on paper, it gives us that crazy 7-4 tie, but we've already talked about it. They've got the head-to-head. Cloud9 still in great shape. Na'Vi still not making it into the playoffs. And that will seal the deal, I repeat, in order, for the EU playoffs for the Summit 2 by G2A.com, Team Secret, Cloud9, Virtus Pro Polar, and Power Rangers. But what an interesting day of games it was.
Sad day for Rares.
How many? What was the spread on this game, Merlini?
20? 82-18?
82-18. Sorry, all of you Cloud9 fans who were foolish enough to bet on your Lord and Savior in this match. Because, well, certainly not what you were hoping for. All right, Merlini, that's it. We're done. We'll see you for the playoffs.
Oh, I don't know what... Is Cloud9 just experimenting with drafts or having fun or both? Neither?
Well, you saw that Twitter from Jackie Mao. He said he's not going to reveal his strats, dude. Games that his team don't give a shit about. He's not going to reveal his strats.
That's what would you...
He said they were going to try as hard as they can, but not draft as hard as they can.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's okay-ish.
Okay-ish.
I mean, there are definitely going to be some people that are salty about that attitude, but I'm okay with it. You got to do what you got to do. I understand.
The only people that are
games
salty are people that bet on the game.
Yeah, probably. Still a couple thousand people that are pretty salty.
That's true. Well,
anyway.
Warning.
Yeah, warning. Venomancer. Ooh, owie. That was a rough game. He actually ended up in the minus for fantasy points that game. Minus 0.9. 0, 9, and 5. Ouch. Ouch, dude. That's raw. Well, that's it for us today. I'm Sayori, at Sayori TV on Twitter, at Merlini Dota, and of course make sure you follow at Beyond the Summit to stay up to date with all things happening here in the studio and for the Summit 2. Before we go, guys, going to plug once more the G2A.com Win a Trip of Your Life. Yes, indeed, and I think, do we have an overlay for it? Yes. Oh, here it is. Here we are. The Summit 2. In Los Angeles, well, the greater LA area at least, December 3rd through 7th. All you have to do is like G2A.com on Facebook, like Beyond the Summit, drop your email, and let us know why you should win. And, well, there's a chance you may be chosen. Hang out with Merlini, hang out with David Parker, LD, meet us all in person, enjoy the event firsthand. You will be the only true spectator at the event. So this is a rare opportunity, a high value. You can't even really put a price on it because there are no admission tickets except this one. It's one of a kind. So we'll drop a link in chat, but it is G2A.com/win or trip to the Summit 2. We'll drop a link in chat, but here it is. Here we'll hit the old F11. So, ooh, there we go. All right, so that's it for us today, guys, and we'll see you for America tomorrow, and then the playoffs for the Summit 2 by G2A.com. Take care.